When you open Dreamweaver on a Macintosh, it should look something like this the first time you launch the program. If you've played around with customizing the interface already, you may have a very different view, and if you're on a PC, it'll look different as well. At the end of this lesson, I'll show you a few things that are unique to the PC, just to make sure you know how to set up things on that platform. But for now, we'll start with the Mac, and throughout this series, I'll switch back and forth between Macintosh and Windows operating systems. For the most part, Dreamweaver works exactly the same on both systems, but when there is a difference, I'll always try to point it out to you. If Dreamweaver doesn't look like this and you want to get back to the defaults on the Macintosh, you can easily do that by choosing Window, Workspace Layout, Default. When I do that, the entire screen refreshes and my welcome screen moves up to the top. But you can click and drag the welcome screen and any of the other panels or dialog boxes anywhere you want them. If you're more of a programmer type, yes, you code freaks out there, I know you might prefer the dual screen option. When I select that layout, you see the code inspector prominently comes to the forefront. This is a great work environment if you're somebody who really likes to see the HTML code prominently displayed all the time you're working. But if that freaks you out, I'm more of a designer myself. All you have to do is switch back, Workspace Layout, Default. If you've moved a lot of things around and gotten all the panels just the way you like them, you may want to save your workspace so that you can use it that way every time you start the program. Under Window, when you select Workspace Layout, one of your options is to Save Current. And when you do that, you can preserve the settings that you prefer. When you first launch Dreamweaver, you'll find this handy welcome screen. You can turn this off by choosing Don't Show Again. But before you do, I want to show you some of the features you'll find. Open Recent Item will soon become a list of all of the files that I've opened. Because this is the default in a new version of this program, there are no files listed here yet, but this is where you'll find shortcuts to all of the most recently opened files. You'll also find shortcuts to a wide range of file types you might want to create. HTML files, which is what we'll be doing mostly in this series, as well as the more dynamic options, Cold Fusion, PHP, ASP. Those are all for dynamic website development. XSLT is for working with XML. CSS we'll do a lot of in this series, and you can create a new CSS file using this option. And then JavaScript and XML. So under Create New, you'll find shortcuts to a variety of kinds of pages you can create. Create from Samples lets you get into some of the templates and pre-designed pages that Dreamweaver has. And if you choose New, File New, you'll actually find even more options. So here you find the same 4 options that you see in the starter page, these Create from Sample options. But you'll find another option when you use the new document window, which is under Blank Template. And here you'll find a collection of CSS layouts. So if you're getting ready to create a new page and you want to use a CSS design, these are all predefined CSS layouts that you can use to get a head start on your page designs. I'm going to close out of this now, and I'm going to turn off the welcome screen just so that we don't see that all the way through this series. But if you like these shortcuts, I recommend that you leave it open.